Welcome back to another episode of Dawson's Crick. I am your host, Dawson Thomas. I know I probably should have addressed this first episode of me being back after almost a year, but I don't know. I had bigger stories to tell. But if you forgot what this podcast is about, or if you're new to the podcast, I just like to thoroughly introduce myself. Like I said, I'm Dawson. I'm the host. It's mostly a solo podcast. I might have a few guests on. Who knows? But I don't know. I love the Lord with all my heart. I want to glorify God in all that I do. And I see the humor in everything. And so I believe that God is a very humorous God. And the way that he's designed me is to see humor in things. And I don't know. This podcast is just to reflect that. I talk about life, talk about Jesus, and we just see where it goes. And hopefully someone could relate and get something out of this. And also, I don't know, I believe that we're a community and we stay together even if we see each other in person or if it's just a voice over the internet, because I've even been impacted by people who are just online and a voice over the internet. So I would like to be that as well. And I don't know, just have a little community of loving the Lord and find the humor in things. But with that out of the way, right now, where I'm filming it was more intense earlier, but I just have the spotlight of the Lord right now on me. The sun, oh, it's great. If you get a chance, if you're just listening, just pause it, go to my YouTube real quick and just look at the video. It's great. I like where things are set up right now. It might be different for the few next episodes because I'm trying to figure everything out. Especially, I don't know, right now I'm trying to really enjoy the last few days of summer because I've heard that Finland has a pretty brutal winter. That's what my wife told me, and her mom and just family members. They just told me like, hey Dawson, like you think this is great now, but just remember winter is upon us here in Finland. And to me, I don't take winter seriously because in the States where I came from, living in the South, it got cold, don't get me wrong, but it would be like mostly ice. The power would go out on occasion, and then it would like maybe a few snowflakes would hit the ground, and then you'd be out of school for a month. And I'm like, yes, we got a whole month out of school. Why? Because 2 snowflakes hit the ground. God is good. But I guess here in Finland, the majority of people walk, which I've seen. Like the kids, they bike to school here. They're walking to school. And I know like inner city, like bigger cities, like kids do that, I think still, or that's just in American movies. I don't know. But at least here it is actual, like they do still walk and bike to school. So during the winter, it's going to be quite a sight to see because I want to see if they have like, these nice wheels on their bikes or if they just sled. Oh, sledding to school. That'd be so cool. Like if I got to like pull my sister around, like if I was being the older brother, I get to pull her to school. I don't know. I just imagine that that's so cute. It's like Christmas every day here in Finland. That's what I would imagine it as. But people here in Finland, they don't think of it that way. I know that. They're like, oh, the winter is dreadful. But anyways, I'll update you on how I think winter is. I was only here for the back half of it, so I can't give you my honest opinion of what I think of the Finnish winter as a foreigner, but I can give you my opinion of the Finnish summer. It is amazing. So I'm going to enjoy my last days of it out here, on the balcony. Whew, it feels nice. Thank you, Jesus. It is really nice. But I did finish my first week of school. I went back to school. Not what you're thinking. I'm not trying to go get a higher education. I'm just trying to learn the Finnish language. So I went to school to learn Finnish, and I finished my first week. I feel pretty good too. I might be all on the same level as the majority of I think I got the Finnish speaking skills of a baby. That's what I got. I got my numbers down. Actually, I think I could count higher than my nephew now. So I'm actually pretty proud of that one. I could count higher than my nephew in Finnish, which is great. I like the Finnish counting in the language because it seems pretty logical from my standpoint. I'm like, all right, cool. You got like the first 10, and then after that, you add one word every time you get to the double digits, you add a word. You get to the triple digits, you add a word, new word, and then I don't know. You just keep going. It's pretty nice. So I will give you a little intro to it. I know my American listeners are probably gonna be like, what am I about to hear? Because, but if I ever get some new Finnish listeners, I want some honesty on how they think my Finnish is going. So I like that. I mean, I make little videos of me learning Finnish, and I want an honest opinion. And so here we go. We got yksi, kaksi, kolme, neljä, viisi, kuusi, kahdeksan, yhdeksän, and 10. That's the first 10. That's what you need to learn out of the gate. Count to 10. There you go. I can't believe I got that without messing up, honestly. But then it goes into the teens, man. You got yksi toista, kaksi toista, kolme toista, neljä toista, viisi toista. I might as well just keep going at this point. Kuusi toista. Oh, man. Did I forget seitsemän? I forgot seitsemän. No. Hold on. Yksi, kaksi, kolme, neljä, viisi, kuusi, seitsemän, kahdeksan, yhdeksän, 10. That's the finish. I was so proud of myself, but then I think I forgot 7. The Lord's number. I forgot that. Seitsemän. All right. That's my counting for right now. Actually, just throw a number at me. You get in the double digits. All right. I'm guess my age. America. Guess my age. This is for the Americans out there. Kaksikymmentä neljä. Kaksikymmentä neljä. See if you got it. Translate that. And that's my age. And now you know how old I am. But yeah, so I'm in Finnish school, learning Finnish, and that's where I got right now. And I'm pretty proud of myself because I just didn't think that it would stick. Honestly, I've been praying, I'm like, God, like, can you please help me? I don't know. I just never thought I was really great in school. My mom and my grandmother would differ on that one. They'd be like, oh, he was great in school. He always was like A/B honor roll, all of that. When I was in elementary school? But when it comes to school settings now, I mean, I didn't go to college, or I tried it for a month. But now going back to school to learn this language, it's a whole nother thing, but it's cool. I like it. I like it a lot, going and learning Finnish, because I have so many motivating factors. My wife, when we have kids, I want to be able to speak Finnish to them too. Now, I've been told that with kids, you want to speak in your native tongue, and then she speaks in her native tongue. But either way, I don't want to be stuck in a situation that I was in when my dad got remarried, because when he got remarried, he remarried a German lady who spoke German, Spanish, and English. And that was wild because she already had kids from a previous marriage. And then they joined forces, my dad and her. And then my dad and I always felt left out because she would be so sweet. Be like, oh, hey, how's it going? Hey, I think we should do this and that. And all of a sudden then her kids wouldn't clean up something properly. And then you just hear something in Spanish, like this Spanish-German mix. So it's all like, yeah, uno, dos, tres, like Spanish-German. I don't know how Spanish-German really worked, but it did sound like that. It was all like, taco, and she did that with her hand, and it was pretty scary because I didn't know what was going on, but then she would come back in her little sweet voice and be like, oh, so we're getting pizzas tonight, frozen pizzas? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So I just don't want to. I want to know what's going on in the house. I don't want to be left out. I'm not one of those foreigners that moves to a country and I don't want to learn the language. I want to learn. So I'm going to school. I learned how to count this week and some basic grammar. Oh, I know the days of the week too. I can prove that right now. Maanantai, tiistai, keskiviikko, torstai, perjantai, lauantai, sunnuntai. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, there you go. I just wanted to make sure and double check because I left off seitsemän. last time. So, but yeah, I now know how to do that for my first week of school in Finland. I love it so much. It's very different than compared to the American system. I don't know. Now it made me realize now of why did I in America learn English for the whole time I was in school. I don't know why. It just doesn't make any sense. Because I realized here, my wife told me she knew 3 languages, or she was learning 3 languages by the time she was 13 in Finnish school. Like they learn English, Swedish, and Finnish. And I'm like, wait, you're learning 3 languages by the time you're 13 years old? I was like, we're still teaching English in America because we have to figure out what's an adjective and a noun, a verb. And that's an adverb, just so in life, whenever you read a book or something like that, you can point out adverbs and adjectives. And that's what the school system in America does. And then we didn't learn it good enough in middle school. So then we go to high school from the ages of 16 to 18 and we do it all over again. And then we do huge book reports and on Shakespeare and learn a whole other level of English that no one speaks anymore, because that's how much of English we love in America. Just English on top of English. Like we even want the old English in there, the these and the thous. You go into the King James version, Shakespeare, thou fellow beauty, and oh, your hair is coarse. I didn't know what coarse was until Shakespeare. I don't know. We learned so much English. So much. I think that America's schooling system needs to change that and at least teach people how to learn Spanish, like how to speak Spanish, just teach them Spanish and throughout at least high school. We don't have to start them out young, middle school, start out in middle school ages 12, 13, start them out in Spanish, because I'm telling you, I've ran into so many Hispanics in my lifetime in America. I have. I mean, in America, you're going to run into a Hispanic, somebody that doesn't know English that well. And I don't know, are we supposed to be an inclusive country? Diversity? We want everybody here? I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe if we learn English and Spanish, then it would be great. So I vote that's what America's schooling system should do. I think that'd be fun. That'd be cool. I wish I learned a new language in school. That's what I wanted to do. But you only could take it as an elective. But now we're here, and I learned more in a week going to a class than I ever have on Duolingo. So take that, everybody who uses Duolingo. And I know if you use Duolingo to learn a language, you're not learning the language. What you're doing is you're just trying to keep a streak going to help your, to fill those dopamine levels, get that dopamine hit every single day. Just I got a 450-day streak on Duolingo and I better keep it going or the bird's going to get mad at me and I'm going to see him in my nightmares. Look, I'm not knocking Duolingo, but people use it for the wrong reasons. Maybe some of you, I'm not saying all, but some don't use it for the correct reasons, and you only keep a streak. And I know some people who do that, and that's completely fine, but at least be honest. Because I can go up to them right now and be like, hey, how much Spanish do you know? And they can't even order at a Taco Bell. So, just saying. We need to learn something else. I don't know. I don't know, because I also heard that other people that learn more languages, other countries, if you learn more than one language when you're young, it's easier to keep learning other languages and it's just better for you. And I'm like, well, if it's better for me, then why am I not doing it? Why was it not introduced to me? It's a shame. But also I need to learn Finnish too to get a job here. Get a job. I want a job so bad. You don't understand. I want a job, and I know moving to a country, it takes time. You got to get your residency, which I already have. You get your residency, you do a waiting period. And then also when you get your residency, then you're like, yay, I can start applying for jobs. You go to the unemployment office. Here you do, and it's for immigrants. And you go in there to the unemployment office and then tell them your situation. And I don't know, man. It's a whole different atmosphere there because here in Finland, they love education. If you got a degree, the better. They want a degree everywhere. Every room you walk into, you better have some degrees to back it up. They don't want to hear or listen to you unless you got a degree. They don't care what you're doing. Flipping a patty or being a CEO, they want a bachelor's degree in it. And it's fine, but I don't have any of those things. So whenever I went to the unemployment office and I was explaining to him my situation and what I've done, I'm like, here's my situation. I did stand-up comedy. I worked. I had a job, but I did stand-up comedy as well. And I just, that's what I did. And now I moved here. So what can we do? And I showed him my resume, or what they call it a CV here. And I showed him it, and he was just like, oh, wow. So a lot of, all right, cool. So we will get you into a fast food establishment, which I thought would be easy for me to get into because I come from the land of fast food. The land of fast food. America. McDonald's, Burger King. Oh, you name it, we have it. The land of fast food. And then I go to apply to these places and, oh, hey, your resume looks great, but we're just not hiring right now. Your services are not needed. That's what McDonald's told me. McDonald's, you told me my services are not needed. Why would you say my services are not needed? I'm from the land of fast food. I can go back there and flip a patty all day. But I need to basically be fluent for the majority of these jobs, which is fine. But it's tough because it feels like I'm being lazy right now. It feels like I'm not doing especially as a husband. You're sitting in church. You've heard the sermons if you're a Christian. And even if you're not a Christian, you hear the societal thing of, the man in the household, the protector. Even the Bible, it's got it's got some heavy words in there about that being the provider, the protector. You're the man. Okay? You're the man. And I feel like the roles are switched in this household right now because my wife, she's so amazing. My wife is awesome. She's going to work. She's awesome. And I'm over here. I'm trying to put the apron on. I'm just like, oh, well, this is new. And I got to learn how to make food, other food than just spaghetti. I'm so used to it. I am such a pro about just extending the life of food. Of like, it should be old, but it just doesn't happen in my refrigerator. Spaghetti, call me anytime you want spaghetti. I will have that down. Just, I'll make you the biggest pot of spaghetti and you'll be eating on that for a whole week because that's where I come from. Our life seasons completely changed. I went from completely in my own singleness world, doing stand-up, working, and then I would be coming home and I would just make a big pot of spaghetti and I would be eating on that throughout the week. And then I would also throw in eating out, in there. And then now I'm coming over here and my whole world is shaking. I'm like sweating now because I'm like, oh, what did you say? You think salmon rice with some salad on the side would look great? Oh, I think that's great, but I'll have to call Gordon Ramsay because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm being honest. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't grow up in the household that taught me how to cook. I know, oh man, men that know how to cook, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning now. And I got to convert everything to deciliters and the metric system. I got to go do that too. So it makes cooking even longer for me because I'm an overthinker. I second guess everything. So I'm like, wait, was that enough? Wait, what is going on? Apua, which means help and finish. I'll give you that. But learn something to make. I can make spaghetti last so long. I think you're only supposed to leave pasta in the fridge for 4 days. In Phoenix, I was eating on that for like 5-6 days easy. I'm not proud of it, but it was true. I'd be like, well, the smell test. You're just like,
It's not that bad, we'll try it, leave it up to the Lord. Leave it up to the Lord. Because it's tough out here. No, man, I'm trying to lean on the fruits of the Spirit. That's what my wife and I have been reading on in Galatians, the fruits of the Spirit. I don't know, it's very, very convicting for me reading the fruit, because I'm just trying, we're trying to be reminded of, okay, be more Christ-like, be more Christ-minded. I want a job. I need a job so bad. I need one. Help me. But yeah, I'm staying in the word. What was it? Fruits of the Spirit. Where are we at? Got my Bible here. Because I know it's goodness, patience, kindness, gentleness. I just want to be. How long does it take you to flip to where you need to be in the Bible? Because I'm telling you, like, I'm not quick. When I'm not quick at all, it takes me some time. I think. Wait, did I find it? All right. Where is the fruits of the Spirit? Here we go. Through love. Okay. I tell you about these things. Okay. Galatians 5:20. Okay, that's where it's at. I don't know why. I should have already had this bookmarked and opened, but I'm not. I wasn't smart beforehand, but it's fine. We're here now. So you got, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faith, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things, there is no law. Patience, kindness, goodness, faith, gentleness, self-control, dude. That one's hard for me. Self-control, I have a lot of things that I need help with, especially with self-control. It's a tough one. It's been a big one in my life that I would like to advance in and not be so bad in, especially when it comes to eating out. It's so easy in America for me to go and eat out. It really was. I loved it so much. And that's one of the fruits of the Spirit that I needed working on. Because it was just there. It was convenient. And just in my life, I was going everywhere, riding the bus for long periods of time. I didn't have time to go home, then get back in the bus and go to my destinations. I just was going. So then there'd be a nice establishment, food place. It wasn't so, it's not like expensive. Like here in Finland, you don't really have as much option, but that's good. That's good for someone like me, because I have a hard time with self-control, because if I see a place like a Jersey Mike's, Europeans don't know about Jersey Mike's. I'm telling you, Subway has nothing on a Jersey Mike's. I just can't. If there was a Jersey Mike's in Europe, I don't know if I can control myself. I'll be honest. It would be hard not to go there once a week, because it was like that in Arizona. I'm not going to lie. Well, I wasn't like, it's just how it was. There would just be it was by an open mic, and it was perfect. An open mic, Jersey Mike's. I should have done that. That would have been a great idea, to open up an open mic at Jersey Mike's. A mic on mic. That would have been a great play on words. But anyways, yes, it was so convenient. I would walk in, get me a nice sub. Oh, it's delicious. Delicious, fresh ingredients. And then I would go do an open mic. Be perfect. Or I would go get it after. I don't care. It was amazing. That place is awesome. And we need a Jersey Mike's in Europe, is where I'm at. Look, Mike. Actually, I look interview ready. I'll tell you that. I don't know. Actually, I heard Jersey Mike's is actually a Christian organization or a Christian company. Let me look at this real quick. Is Jersey Mike's? I think I looked this up earlier. Oh, yeah. In fact, you can't be a Jersey Mike's franchise owner unless you have the sense of giving back. Everything we do is based on our Christian faith. Well, look at that, Jersey Mike's. Are you listening, Mike? I got my interview outfit ready. All right. I want a Jersey Mike's in Europe. Finland. I'm in Helsinki, Finland. We need a Jersey Mike's here. It would blow the top off this place. They would not even know. It's not just a sub. I was wondering why Jersey Mike's was so delicious, but it's not just any sub. It's the Lord's sub. This place, they talk about Chick-fil-A all the time. Oh, yeah. They immediately, when you think of a Christian food place, you're like, oh, yeah, Chick-fil-A. My pleasure, Chick-fil-A. No, Jersey Mike's. I didn't know they were based off that, but that makes sense. Fresh ingredients. I mean, come on. Come on, Mike. We need to bring one to Europe. I'll be your man. I'll work the place. I can't find a job here to save my life, but if you brought Jersey Mike's here, I'll be the manager, the head guy, the franchise owner. Dude, I love Jesus. I love Jesus, and I'll prepare every sub with a smile. Be breaking bread in that place. That's what we'll call new slogans. I would love a Jersey Mike's here in Europe. And this is my, if I interviewed for Jersey Mike's, I don't know. I don't even know if he'll take this seriously, but Mike, by all means, if you bring a Jersey Mike's out here to Finland, Helsinki, Finland, I will be the manager. I will do anything for a Jersey Mike's here in Europe. Okay, I need a job. You'll be helping me out. I'll help you out because you're, going worldwide at this point. I think you may have had one place in Mexico and in Canada, but those don't count. We're talking worldwide, not just things touch in the U.S. We're going around the globe, and the first place in Europe you need to hit is Helsinki, Finland, because I'm your man. Look, 4 years in customer service, just in high school, from ages 16 to 18, a little over 18. I was working at Sonic. So I know everything about customer service. I worked at other food establishments. I was a bus boy at one time. How about that? That's all on my resume because that's all I really got, other than I've mowed a couple of lawns here and there because I worked on a lawn business. But you wouldn't care about that, Mike. You wouldn't care about that. You know what you care about? You care about customer service and serving the people with a smile and with Christian faith. And I got all those things. I got a family to feed. Me and my wife. Come on, Mike. Jersey Mike's. I would love that place to be here. Would love it so much. Oh. But there's a little thing that my wife and I have, well, actually my wife introduced me to it because she's really great at finding things for cheap. I'm not good about it. I've never been a Facebook marketplace or like secondhand, like a hunter on the internet. I don't know. I've always been weird about like going and meeting people when it comes to those things because I've heard about people getting scammed and all these kinds of things. I don't know. It must be just an American problem because I don't know if it's certain things. Like I've had a couple of friends buy an iPhone off of Facebook Marketplace. They go meet the guy. They give them the money, and it turns out the iPhone's fake. And it looks like it's a freshly sealed package. You're like, what? This is it's fresh, sealed, everything. And they opened it, and like the outside looks like an iPhone, but then the inside works like a Samsung. Like it's like some faulty, just cheap Android. I don't know how they did it. But these criminals are geniuses, and I was always fearful of shopping for a cheaper option on Facebook Marketplace. But I guess that's what you get when you shop cheap sometimes. I don't believe all things you have to go cheap on. Okay? If you go super cheap on a haircut, you're going to get what you're going to get. If you go spend $45 for a nice haircut, you're going to get a nice haircut. But if you go to your buddy who's in, haircutting school, or he's not even in haircutting school, he just found some thing on YouTube and he's like, hey, I've been wanting to cut some hair, would you let me cut your hair for free? Then you're gonna get what you're gonna get. So That's the threshold. I mean, if you got a free haircut, you can't really complain of what the outcome looks like. That's just all I'm saying. Same thing with Facebook Marketplace. If you know the brand new iPhone just came out and the brand new iPhone costs $15,000, and then you found one on Facebook Marketplace for $300, look, it's probably stolen, or someone is bamboozling. I mean, I don't know. Some things are just too good to be true. But I'm learning. I'm learning about Facebook Marketplace, and I actually like it now because my wife and I would like to have kids one day, and we decided that it would be good just to kind of, I don't know, just already get the ball rolling on what we need to have one. It's like nice to have like the toys and the stuff, just kind of get ahead on it, just to be more prepared. And people are selling stuff all the time on Facebook Marketplace, and if it's for very cheap, honestly, and then for brand new, it's super expensive. So, I mean, come on, it's common sense, people. What would you do? So I've been on Facebook Marketplace, but there's some wild things people sell on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't know how wild it can get. Maybe you knew it all along, but I didn't know how crazy people can be in searching for like things on there. And so I asked my wife if we could do this together, of like trying to find the craziest thing on Facebook Marketplace, like a week, just trying to find what's something super crazy. And I found a couple of things right off the bat, and I wanted to share with you. This is a little segment I like to call, What Did Dawson Find on Facebook Marketplace? And I would like to share it with you in humor of what people actually sell and under their name. Like it's not an alias. They got a Facebook profile picture and everything. Like they're real people, and they just sell the craziest stuff, because we're also in search of a vehicle and for the future. But let me see what the first one is. Let's get the first one pulled up here. What we got? This is the first thing. I scrolled twice on Facebook Marketplace when I first changed my location to Helsinki, Finland. I scrolled twice. Just scrolled up a couple of times, and I found this bed bug medicine. Wow. It's what it says. It's bed bug medicine, and it's got a picture of bed bugs. How awesome is that? Being sold for 1,100 euros. It's got to be great stuff. I mean, that thing, I hopefully you don't have bed bugs. Okay, I hope that you are not, at a point of where you got a free mattress from somebody, or just like you found some free mattress outside, and it happened to have bed bugs in it because it was labeled as free. But if you ever do come across that situation of where you have bed bugs because you bought a free mattress, I'm just saying, you get what you pay for. Okay? You get what you pay for. If it's free, then maybe the bed bugs found it first because they saw it was free too on Facebook Marketplace. But these guys, apparently it's a big issue here, or in the certain area. That's really such a big issue, probably, because it's being sold for over 1,000 euros. And the description is even better, because you're like, okay, this is definitely probably a scam, or this has got to be the most outrageous thing ever. But this person doubles down on their bed bug medicine, because it says here, we can write a letter and sign each other. I think they're just referring to that the person who wants to buy this bed bug medicine could, sign and exchange a contract, not like, hey, you have a Sharpie, I have a Sharpie. Let's go out in the parking lot and just start doodling on one another for fun. But it says we can write a letter and sign each other. That's cool. So you'll learn each other's signatures if you meet this person who's selling this item. If it does not work after 6 hours, why 6 hours? That's such a very odd time, because medicine usually kicks in within 30 minutes to an hour. But why do you have to let it sit for 6 hours? I've never had to wait for 6 hours for anything to kick in. Never. 6 hours sounds like it's just an excruciatingly long time to wait. Just wait. My itching is terrible. Now you apply this bed bug medicine. Man. My itching won't go away for another 6 hours. Okay. Then you don't. Okay. If it doesn't work after 6 hours, then you don't baby. It's sale for human beings. Okay. Is he calling the customer a baby? Like, hey, baby, it's 6 hours. It takes 6 hours, baby. I don't know what to say. I don't know. You got an itchy bed bug. It takes about 6 hours, baby. But if it takes a little over 6 hours, then call me, baby. I don't know. I'm just saying, baby. Just don't worry about it. It's safe for human beings, baby. Baby, it's safe for human beings. Remember that. I'm the bed bug man. I know my bed bug medicine. This 1,100 euros, it's worth it. It may take 6 hours, but baby, it's worth it. Cleared mine right up. And if it doesn't, you can take me to the police. And it's not a poison. Wow. You can take this guy to the police if this bed bug medicine doesn't work. This is how confident he is in his stuff. I just want to meet this person just to I don't know. You can take me to the police. Put me in jail. Oh, wait, it's like 6 hours and 6 hours and a couple of seconds go by. Well, it looks like you're going to jail, buddy. You're going away for a long time. False advertising. But it's not a poison either. This is crazy. So bed bug medicine. That was after just a couple of scrolls. So what did Dawson find on Facebook Marketplace? Bed bug medicine. And I will show you one more because this one's just so, well, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to show you one more. It is a whole huge canvas of just different portraits of Vladimir Putin. Come on. Look, just spam in the comments that we need this. I need to convince my wife we need this in our living room. Actually, you know what? No, better yet, the bedroom. Because, I don't know, the walls are just empty spaces right now. And I've been telling her, look, we need to get a couple of canvases around the house. And I'm like, look, we need this painting. It's huge. It would fit up one whole wall. And it's just different photos of Vladimir Putin. It's just, it looks like, well, actually, let's look at the description. What does the description say? Oh, I had to translate it. So this is Facebook translating Finnish and translating it to English. So it might not come out correctly, but that's even better. All right, so it says, awesome, awesome, awesome. He counted them. This person, I think, Dalen. Yes, that's a male's name. And he counted every individual Putin. I don't know if he made it, but all I know is he counted it. And he said 800 plus Putins on that canvas. Or, I think in Finnish, it's puteja. Yeah. 800 putejas. Oh, yeah, I love it. And they all look like they were Google images. And whoever made this, I'm not gonna say it was this person's. Maybe it was like an inherited thing. Maybe maybe this person's parents were just so proud. Like, man, like I'm just so happy. You know, I found a hobby. I love just plastering. Just, I don't know. I don't know how you would come up with this idea, but I can just imagine that he was very moved by whatever Putin did. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that he loves portraits. And he was like, you know what? I'm just going to find a bunch of these on Google and I'm just going to cut them out and just plaster them on. I can't believe this was, well, what's going on with Russia right now. I'm surprised this person actually sold it on Facebook and it didn't get flagged. That's actually where I'm actually kind of surprised that this item is even up there. That it has not been flagged yet. Because they're also selling it for $1,000. I want to wait and see if it gets discounted by any and it just turns into free. But like, honestly, when was this posted? I think this was posted like I'm actually genuinely like nearby. This had to have been posted like a couple of days ago. Yeah, it was like posted a couple of days ago. It was posted a couple of days ago. Like, actually, yeah, I'm even more shocked now. Like, read the room. Like, who would want Vladimir Putin in their living room right now? With all the things that are going on with him in Russia. Like, this guy's like, you know what? I got this just sitting here at the house. I'm going to put this on Facebook, and it's going to go quick. I just know for a fact it is. I just know for a fact that this has got to go quick. For sure. Everybody's going to want this item. It's 200 by 80 centimeters. I don't know. It looks big according to the pictures, but I can't really get judged by anything else. But the handiwork, it's ultra rare. Yeah, it's ultra rare. Well, yeah, buddy, because no one else, I don't think there's a huge market for like plasters of Putin's face. You know, I don't think there's a heavy market for Putin artwork. I mean, is there? I don't know. There's definitely not a market in America. I know that for a fact. I traveled to go see, now I think, he is an uncle to me now. So I'll say our uncle. He's an uncle to me now, but we went to go see him in Joensuu. I think I'm saying that correctly, Joensuu. And that's like really close to the Russian border. And as an American, that was the closest I've ever been to Russia. And it was pretty intense because I went right by there and I could see into the trees and I could just see, like, I don't know, it didn't look a lot different just because it's right next to but that's Russia. And I sweated a little bit. I got a little nervous. I was like, oh, it's a little hot in here, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. It's just, my American started, you know, the American in me started kicking in a little bit. And I did, you know, start sweating a little bit because it was different. But I'll show it. This is where we drove by. Is this lake. And this lake, it kind of cuts into Russia. And I'm pretty sure you can put a boat onto this lake. But my problem is how can you put this boat? And like, is there a certain point where they're like, you're not in Finland anymore. This is Russia. What happens if you like cast your, my thing is, what if you're fishing? You know, you're like in a boat and you go fishing and you catch a fish that's on the half of the lake that's in Russia. You know, do you now have an illegal fish? Do you have to, you know, go bring it back to Finland and prove like it has a passport? Do you have to get a residency permit for the fish you caught? All I'm saying, there's questions I have because how can you own half a lake? How can you? It just doesn't make any, how? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Like if I kayaked onto that side, would I get arrested for not going there legally? I don't know. It's really, it hurts my brain thinking about it. But yeah, that was the closest I've ever been to Russia, and it was pretty nerve wracking. But yeah, all props to this guy. I'll give him credit where credit's due. That's I don't know. It looks like to me he did design it. Now really looking deep at the pictures because there's some art like stuff right here. I mean, I don't know. If he made this a couple of days ago or made this in the week, I mean, I don't know. He's hitting a very specific market. So that concludes the segment of what did Dawson find on Facebook Marketplace? All right. I heard my wife come home and the door shut a while ago, but I think that now puts me in a position of where I probably should be getting off soon because I miss her and I couldn't wait for her to get home. I'm so happy to see her. But before I go, I just want to leave y'all with this, that thank you for listening. And you feel free to donate. I put my Cash App, Venmo, and I now have mobile pay, which is the European thing. So I don't know. I just put that out there. If you like what you're seeing, all the donations this is what the donations are going to. Because I know some people donate and they don't know where their money's going to. But to people or whatever, you donate, I know you are specifically donating to me being able to buy t-shirts and printing gospel messages on them so I can shoot them out of my t-shirt cannon to random people in public. I want to start that back up again. That would be amazing. So I'm putting all the ways that you can donate to me on there, and that's the mission. So if you like to support the mission, then by all means, my Cash App, whatever, all that's going to be in the description. And I don't know, but if you like the podcast, like it, subscribe, comment, tell me what you like about it. Tell me, a little bit about yourself. If you want me to talk about something specific on the podcast, I would love to know what that is. But I thank you for listening. And is this the conclusion of it? I feel like I'm missing something, but if I'm missing something, we'll lean that over into episode 76. So thank you for listening to episode 75 of Dawson's Crick. Good night, good morning,